It's your girl Twan. What up, what up, what up? Hey, alright. If you are new to my channel, hello and welcome. I am Twan the Mystik, okay? I am a tarot reader, I'm a rapper, I'm an artist, an interior designer, a decor lover, okay? And I have a business called House Mystik. And on House Mystik, I sell spiritual art, spiritual decor, you know, things like that. And I also have like things for the home and the body with a spiritual twist, okay? Such as spiritual baths, sage, incense, you know, stuff like that. And I'm adding new things to my shop all the time, so make sure you go to housemystik.com and treat yourself, okay? I also have my tarot readings and astrology readings on there as well, so yeah, go to housemystik.com and treat yourself, okay? And while you're at it, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you're updated every time I drop a new video, okay? And also leave video suggestions in the comments. Let me know what other things you want me to make like videos on, because I'm just, you know, trying to spice up the channel, okay? So just let me know, all right? All right, so let's go ahead and get into your reading. All right, so today's reading is all about your money and your career, okay? Because I don't know why I'm always giving advice about money and career, and I wonder if it's my second house stellium, all that Taurus in my chart. I don't know, but I'm always getting asked about that. So I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna do a reading about it. And as usual, it's split into 4 readings for the fire signs, the air signs, the water signs, and the earth signs, okay? And the timestamps, of course, are in the description. So if you don't want to like sit through all the readings, then you can just go ahead and skip ahead to your reading, okay? So I will see you at your reading or timestamp or whatever the fuck, okay? Hello, 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 my beautiful water signs. And the water signs are Scorpio, Pisces, and Cancer. And this is for Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or Mercury in those signs, okay? So this reading is all about your money and your career. And yeah, let's see what Spirit has to say as far as like your money and your career, okay? So what cards are coming out? So wow, the first card is be bold and make the first move. So with the be bold and make the first move, I feel like Spirit is saying as far as like your money and career, there could be certain ideas that you've been feeling called to work on, and be bold and do it, okay? Whatever your Spirit has been calling you to do, I think Spirit wants you to go ahead and work on it. But maybe you've been thinking like, oh, should I do this? Is this worth my time? Is this worth my energy? Like, should I even be doing this? Like, you've just been questioning a lot, I feel like. But I definitely think Spirit this is the sign you needed. Like, Spirit is saying like, okay, it's time to go ahead and do what you said you was gonna do. So yeah, just go ahead and do it. Be bold and make the first move, okay? You can't keep just thinking about it. You have to like actually do it, okay? So whatever it is, and even if it's not you necessarily jumping ahead and putting something out or whatever, maybe there's like some research that needs to be done or something, because we also have a time for healing balsamic moon. And I mean, even though it's talking about healing, I think the message I'm getting is that some research needs to be done in order for you to put this thing out. Because I feel like some of you guys are wanting to drop some type of project or something, or like there's just something that you're feeling called to work on, but you're kind of like not sure if you want to work on it. And I think it's because you don't have enough information about it, and right now is the time for you to get the information that's needed for you to charge ahead with this new idea. And maybe even some of you guys are wanting to make changes with your career, like find new streams of income and stuff. And I do think this is that time to do some research about it while you have like downtime, because maybe some of you guys are going through a period where things are kind of like slow. Maybe it's not necessarily bad that things are moving slow, but while you have this downtime, you need to do the research that's required for this new idea that you've been having, okay? So, we got, wow, this is funny. We got adjustments are required, third quarter moon. So I literally just said the word required. I literally just said that. But yeah, adjustments are required, and I feel like that goes back to what I was talking about, you needing to do the research about this new idea, because maybe it's like you don't know what to do because you don't have enough information. And with this card, I think the adjustment that is required is you getting more information about this new idea or whatever. So we have strength. We have strength. Sorry, my son took a big bite out of this card. I don't even know why I still have these cards because they're so old. This is my first tarot deck. So we have the strength card, and we also have 8 of cups, but it's reversed. So I do think a lot of you guys are making some type of career change. Sorry, got interrupted, but basically you're wondering if you should even be putting your time and energy into this certain project or whatever the case may be. And I feel like yes, okay, yes, you should. And you should also walk away from anything that is just draining you, that's just not draining you or serving you. If there's like a job or something that's just not really serving you, you should definitely leave it, okay? But I feel like a lot of you guys have already left behind a certain job. There's a lot of you that probably left behind a certain job already, but maybe you're thinking back like, damn, should I have done that? Should I have done that? Should I go get a different job? Should I, should I continue to work in this certain field, and even if it's not satisfying me, or work at this place if it's not satisfying me, things like that. And yeah, I think you should definitely keep going. And then we have 9 of cups right next to 5 of swords. So with these 2 cards coming out, I think like very soon after you watching this video, this reading is timeless of course, but like whenever you watch this video, I feel like you're going to be moving on into a better predicament. But you have to walk away from certain situations, people, and it could even be like the way you think about yourself. It could even be the way you think about yourself that you need to walk away from, because if you guys could see this card up close, it's like I don't like to interpret it how the traditional people, I guess, usually interpret it. Because like when I look at this card, I see the guy, he's standing by the water, he's crying. But then there's another guy and he's looking at the clouds. And then there's another guy and he's looking back at those 2 guys. And what I look at that as is, I think you're definitely moving forward, because like this other card, the 8 of cups, since it was reversed, it's like you kind of going back and forth, like, should I leave this job? Did I make the right decision? Things like that. But then I feel like once you finally walk away, you're going to be looking back like, damn, that was like a good decision that I made. I'm glad I left that job, or I decided to be bold and try something new, or you know what I mean? You're going to be glad that you made that decision. So if you're feeling called to do something, or you're feeling like you need to leave something behind, go right ahead. Sorry if y'all heard my phone vibrate, but go right ahead if you're feeling really called to do something or leave something behind, okay? So we have Shapana. I hope I'm saying this right. Oh my goodness. But y'all can't really see the card, but if y'all could see it, he looks like basically a big broom, okay? He looks like a big broom. No disrespect, okay? No disrespect. But if you could see up close, it kind of looks like a big broom. But basically what this card has to do with is sweeping negative energy from your life. And this kind of goes along with literally what I was just saying about how you probably are needing to walk away from a job or maybe even a living situation or whatever that's just not serving you anymore, or it's just draining your life force and it's making you feel just not yourself. You're pissed off, you know what I mean? Just, or like they're not paying you enough, or it's just not bringing you the satisfaction that you were looking for, and you need to release that. Or it could just be that you really need to cleanse yourself. You really need to cleanse yourself, especially if you've been feeling down on yourself, if you've been feeling like really heavy, like dealing with like heavy emotions, or just dealing with doubt or dealing with fear and stuff like that. This card is basically talking about you sweeping all of that out of your life, sweeping all of that right out of your life so that you can be bold, make certain moves, and do what the fuck you need to do, okay? So we have the man, and this is similar to the star card in the tarot deck, and then we have Oshala. So with these two cards coming up, I feel like, especially with the man card and Oshala, I feel like you're being called to really have more faith in the divine, okay? And let me just tell y'all, when I'm doing these readings, I want y'all to know that I'm giving myself advice as well. So we need to have more faith in the divine, because I think Spirit is definitely watching over you as you make these certain changes for the better, okay? As far as like your career, your finances and stuff, like you're really wanting to bring more streams of income. You're wanting to live a different type of lifestyle, or maybe you are popping already and you have a great lifestyle, but maybe you're wanting more. Like maybe you want a business, maybe you want, you know, you just want to expand more. And this is talking about how you need to have more faith in the divine, and maybe even talking to your ancestors more, to ask them to give you more signs about what you should be doing and like how you should go about doing things. And with Oshala, it's definitely telling me that higher learning, and you know, I was already talking about that, so that's funny. So higher learning is definitely a thing with that card, and I definitely think there's some research, and that's probably what Spirit is wanting you to do, like do more research when it comes to this new project or idea that you're having, because when you have the knowledge, I mean, you'll know what to do, okay? You'll know what to do, and it'll make you feel a lot more confident in yourself. And then also ask Spirit to just give you messages and signs, and I feel like I'm even getting like a download of what I need to do like right now. Like I'm getting a download about it. So like just ask Spirit, like Spirit, send me a sign, like a clear message about what the hell I need to be doing right now, because I don't know. Okay? Tell Spirit how you don't know what you're supposed to be doing, and ask for clear guidance. But for a lot of you guys, I feel like you know what you need to do, and you're feeling called to do something, but you're just kind of like, but how, Spirit? But I need money, or what are people gonna think, or how am I gonna sustain myself, or does this fit in with what I'm already doing, and you know, things like that. So because I feel like a lot of you are already in business for yourself, but you're wanting to expand, or like you're already in some type of career, but you want to expand more. So I definitely think doing research and tapping into the guidance from Spirit, your ancestors and stuff like that, will give you way more clarity, okay? And just anything that is like fucking with your peace of mind, it's time to just cut it out of your life. And if you feel like, because maybe if it's a living situation where you're like, oh, I just need to get out of this living situation, what do I do? Ask Spirit, okay? Ask Spirit, because maybe that's even why some of you are worried about your finances, because you're like, okay, I need to get the fuck out of my living situation, and I want to move to a bigger place, or I just need to move out of my parents' house, or I need to, you know what I mean? Ask Spirit for clear guidance about what you need to do, okay? And I feel like you'll get an answer almost immediately. It might come through music. It might come through like something you hear on the radio, on TV. You might be scrolling on Instagram and someone says the right thing. You'll have an idea kind of like pop in your head, you know what I mean? So pay very, very close attention to that, okay? So that was your reading, water signs, okay? And if you want a reading from me, like you want to book a personal reading with me, go to housemystik.com. The link will be in the description, okay? And make sure you subscribe to my channel and hit that thumbs up button and also that notification bell so you're updated every single time I drop something new, okay? Have a great rest of the day, and I will see you again in one of my other videos. Hello, 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 my beautiful, beautiful air signs. And the air signs are Aquarius, Libra, and Gemini, and this is for Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or Mercury in those signs, okay? Let me back up a little. Alright, so let's go ahead and get into your reading about your money and your career, okay? So let's see. Alright, wow. So, a win-win outcome is forecast, full moon in Libra, and it's funny because, you know, Libra is one of the air signs, and we have a personal issue reaches resolution, full moon in Cancer. I'm wondering if some of you guys have Cancer in your chart as well. But anywho, so with these two cards coming up, a win-win outcome is forecast. All right, so that's telling me that clearly a win is coming. A win is coming, and I feel like you've been putting in some work. Like you've been putting in that work, okay? You've been putting in that work, especially because of some of the other cards I see over here, but we gonna get in it, or get into it, okay? But yeah, win-win outcome is forecast, and I feel like you've been putting in some work already on something you've already been doing. You've been putting in a lot of work. And I'm wondering if it has something to do, because like we have Libra and Cancer on here, so I'm wondering if some of you guys work in like the arts profession or something, like maybe like designing, fashion, painting, jewelry, makeup, hair, nails, beauty products. I'm trying to think of more. Something along those lines, okay? Something along those lines in the beauty and arts profession. I'm feeling a lot of you guys work in there. And with the Cancer, I'm also wondering if some of you guys work in like this spiritual, like a spiritual profession, like a tarot reader, crystals, Reiki, I can't think of anything else, but yeah, that, or like maybe you work in like a helping profession, such as like a nurse or a doctor or a therapist or a doula, or maybe something in retail where you help a lot of people and stuff like that. Or you work with old people, or something along those lines. Anywho, I think you've been putting in the work. You've been putting in the work. You've been doing it. You've been going. You've been pushing. And soon a win is coming. I definitely feel like a win is coming soon. And I'm wondering if some of you guys have water in your chart, because I just gave a similar message to the water signs. So, and I did ask if you guys have Cancer in your chart, like Sun, Moon, or Rising or something. So, anywho, or if you have Libra in your chart, well, because some of you could possibly be Libras, or your Moon is Libra, or Rising is Libra, something like that. Anywho, I feel like, yeah, you've been putting in so much work. You've been putting in so much work. And I feel like something is about to happen where you're like, dang, my hard work is finally paying off. Finally. I've been doing all this work and finally it's paying off, okay? And we have full moon in Libra, but it's making me think of Libra season, because as I make this video, we're currently in Virgo season, but Libra season is after Virgo season. So I'm wondering if you're gonna start seeing more results once Libra season hits. And when I just looked at my timer, it was 1, 2, 3, 4. So I feel like you've been making steady progress, and then once Libra season hits, it's gonna be like boom, like dang, finally. Finally you'll start seeing like more results. Because I mean, I feel like some of you have been seeing results, but once Libra season hits, you're gonna be like, okay, finally, I'm seeing some shit. So yeah, and I feel like a lot of you made some intentions during Cancer season, okay? Because we did have a new moon in Cancer, like eclipse, or was it? Yeah, new moon in Cancer eclipse. It was a solar eclipse, but it was also the new moon in Cancer on that same day. So I feel like a lot of you guys have been making intentions. Y'all made intentions around then, or just sometime in the summer or whatever, and you're gonna start seeing things come to fruition during a Libra season, okay? Because you've probably been patiently waiting, or even Scorpio season, because we have work through your fears, new moon in Scorpio. So maybe even during Scorpio season, which is like between October to November. So you'll probably start seeing more results around then as well, like October, or yeah, early October, November-ish. You're gonna start seeing more results, okay? But also, I feel like, you know, working through your fears, because I think some of your fears have been slowing things down. Maybe it's making you suppress certain gifts and talents that you have, or it's keeping you from looking elsewhere. I don't know what I'm thinking, elsewhere. So maybe for some of you guys, you're wanting a new job, but you're like not looking elsewhere. You know what I mean? Or maybe you have, for some of you may have been looking elsewhere, but your fears are making you not see results. Okay, not see results. Maybe you're feeling like, oh, I can't find anything that I'm looking for. Because maybe some of you are even looking for like more streams of income, and because of your fears, you may not see those certain streams of income. I don't know why this just popped in my head, but Depop? Depop, I don't know why that just came into my head, because I know some of you guys are into fashion or something. So for some of you guys, I'm hearing Depop, like selling clothes on there or something, or selling vintage clothes. I don't know, that's just hitting my mind right there. That could be for just some of you. I don't know about all of you, but for some of you guys, I'm hearing like sell your old clothes, or sell vintage clothes on Depop or something, or Poshmark, or something that's coming to my mind. Anywho, so yeah, some of you guys are looking for more streams of income, but the fact that your fears are kind of preventing you from seeing the options that are out there. Because we even have, what is this, 8 of air, and in the traditional tarot deck, that's 8 of swords, and the picture on the traditional card for 8 of swords is like someone who's blindfolded, and there's kind of like swords around them, but they can easily wiggle out of the bind that they're in, and they can take off the blindfold and go to the house that's in the background. So I feel like, and even if you look on this card, it's like this little bird, he's sitting in this cage, and he's sad because he's in this cage, but there's little doors to get out. There's little doors for him to get out. And I feel like that's you guys. You need to explore your options. You need to definitely explore your options and realize that there's more streams of income for you, especially for those of you that are working in the arts. There's like so many ways you can make money doing it, so many ways, and you just gotta be open to looking, okay? Looking. And let's see, what else am I seeing here? All right, so we have 6 of Earth, which is in the traditional tarot deck 6 of Pentacles. But with this card, if you could see, it's like a man, he got all these bales of hay, and that's what they're called, right? Bales of hay. Yeah, and he's like dividing them up or whatever. So with this card, what it means in this deck, because this is the Orisha tarot deck, it's about collaborating with people, and I think this would be a great time for you to collaborate with people. And you know, we had the Cancer and Libra card, and Libra is all about relationships, and Cancer is too, even though it's more so family relationships. So I feel like you would do really, really well with collaborating with people. Like maybe collaborating with people that feel like family, or your actual family. Maybe your bae helping you out with stuff. Maybe, yeah, you guys working on something together, or maybe them helping you with something that you do, because maybe like whatever their gifts and talents are, it complements yours or something. So yeah, your gifts and talents, I think, could complement theirs or something. I just feel like you guys should work more with people that you are very fond of, okay? Because you guys can make a lot of money together. And the Taurus symbol is on here, and so is Saturn. So when I think of Taurus, it's definitely making me think like your own business. Or some of you guys are definitely being called to go into business for yourself, okay? But I mean, for some of you guys, you could still be working for other people, and maybe you're fine with that. And I don't want to say it in a like, oh, like, you know what I mean? Like, oh, you're working for someone else, because not all jobs suck, okay? Not all jobs suck. So it could be like, for those of you that are working with a company or something like that, maybe you working alongside people more. Like I'm also hearing like promotion, maybe asking for a promotion or something, asking to get paid more, I think could be really, really helpful for you. But for a lot of you guys, I'm feeling like you're being called to get into business for yourself. But yeah, like I said, some of you guys should get a promotion because you've been putting in so much work. And with Saturn, it's associated with Capricorn, and Capricorn is all about climbing that corporate ladder, that CEO, like that ladder to CEO and stuff like that. Or well, not CEO, but like, you know how sometimes people will climb up the ladder and then they end up being like a franchise owner or something like that. So maybe for you, that could be the case for you, where it's time for you to ask for that promotion so you can keep climbing the ladder and become like a franchise owner, or like run certain offices and, you know, stuff like that. So don't be afraid to ask for a promotion if you feel like you've been putting in that work, okay? So I have Ace of Fire. Ooh, the little lion on here. So, well, not little, it's a very big lion. So I definitely feel like with this card coming up, a lot of you guys really are being called to go into business for yourself, because it has the Aries symbol on here, and Aries doesn't like to be told what to do or likes to be in leadership positions. So I do feel like a lot of you, if you're currently working for someone, ask for a promotion and be like, look, I deserve to be manager, okay? I deserve to be manager. But for some of you guys, you're in business for yourself, and you just like, yeah, you are meant to be in that position, okay? You're meant to be in business for yourself, and maybe you're balancing out work and business, and this is spirit being like, I mean, you should definitely go into like business for yourself, like strictly be in business for yourself, okay? And yeah, and I feel like a lot of you guys, because you know I was already talking about creativity, so I feel like the more you show the world your personality, because I feel like you have a big personality, but maybe you don't always show people. Like, for those of you that have your own brand or something, I feel like the more you show your personality and just how lit you really are, people are gonna like you. Not that people don't like you already, but like the masses will really love you. Okay, they will love your brand, they will love it. Okay, but you have to incorporate more of your personality in there. And I'm not saying that, you know, you haven't been showing your personality like at all, but I think showing even more of it will have people like, oh my gosh, I just love her. Like, I think just continuing to show the world who you are and expose your talents. I said expose, but like not expose, but you know, like, just the more you show the world who you really are and show more of your gifts, the more people will really like your brand. Okay, and just get creative with how you create content, for those of you that are content creators. Okay, and let's see what else. Yeah, let's just move on. So we got the Sun card. Wow. And I forgot to say, with the lion, or not the lion, the Ace of Fire card, the sun symbol's on there too, and we have the sun. So that's crazy. So yeah, definitely creativity. And actually, for some of you guys, I think you would really do good with like teaching. You do really good with teaching, like maybe having seminars, or maybe not seminars, I mean like webinars, like maybe having like webinars, doing YouTube videos, and maybe that's how you can showcase your personality more. Like doing more with YouTube videos and creating content that shows like your true talent and stuff like that. And also, I think with this card is get optimistic about your career, you know what I mean? Because I think you've come so far. You've already come so very far, and with this Sun card, I think you need to congratulate yourself. You've done it. You've done it. Even if you like literally just started your business or something like that, just know that takes a lot, because a lot of people don't even do it. They don't even do it. And for some of you guys that have already been in business for yourself, pat yourself on the back, because you did it. Okay, you've been pushing through. You've been putting in that work. And then for those of you that are already you're in business for yourself and you're already like doing great and stuff like that, I think some of you guys may have experienced some type of like setback or something that like really frustrated you or something, and oh shoot, you need to not let that shit like rain on your parade. Okay, don't let any of the setbacks or disappointments rain on your parade. Okay, like congratulate yourself for how far you've come, because the more you congratulate yourself and you pat yourself on your back and you appreciate the work you've done, I feel like it'll continue to motivate you to keep going forward. And for those of you that are working with a company or whatever, I think, yeah, the more you show your personality, and you show just how awesome you are, that's what people are gonna like. And the more relationships you build as well, I think that's how more people are gonna look to you when they're thinking of like giving people promotions. They're gonna be like, oh, well, this person has a great personality, they have all the skills we need, they're just a breath of fresh air when we come in, they're just always ready to work and ready to get the day started. That's what's gonna get you in line for your promotion. Okay, so the last three cards we have here, we have 10 of Wands reversed, we got the Hanged Man, and we have King of Cups reversed. So first of all, with the Hanged Man, this is definitely telling me that meditation. Take time for chilling and meditation, okay? Because I feel like there's some of you that you're overworking yourself. I I think some of you guys are like overworking yourself, and there is an easier way for you to get more money without doing so much work. And I don't mean it in like a lazy way, but I mean in like a, you know, get a bigger bang for your buck type of way, okay? And I also think meditation will be bringing you a lot of great ideas. But I also think, yeah, you know, there's a need to like kind of slow down and just think about some things, because I think you have been you've been doing a lot of work, you know what I mean? And in no way am I saying to like just not work anymore and, you know, things like that, because, you know, towards the beginning of the reading I was like, oh, well, you need to do this and you need to do that. But I think there's a need to find balance, especially because King of Cups is reversed. So I think there's a need to find balance between your work and playtime and fun time, because maybe you've just been more so in work mode and no fun. Okay? So that is my reading for you guys, air signs. I really hope it resonated with you. If it did, make sure you leave a comment in the comment section, and also make sure you hit that like button, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and make sure you hit that notification bell so you're updated every time I drop something new, okay? Have a great rest of the day, and I'll see you again in one of my other videos. Hello, 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 my beautiful and fellow earth signs. And of course, the earth signs are Virgo, Capricorn, and Taurus, and it's for Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or Mercury in those signs, okay? So let's go ahead and get into your reading about your career and your finances, all right? So let's see. Okay, so, wow. So first of all, it says, what do you need to release? Nothing, what do you need to release? Waning moon, and then nothing is set in stone, mutable moon. So it is funny because, you know, right now we're in Virgo season, which is an earth sign, and it's a mutable sign as well. So I feel like it may be time to switch up how you do things, okay? It may be time to switch up how you do things, because maybe you're not liking the results that you've been getting, okay? Maybe because I'm feeling like, you know, for a lot of you, because I know I'm always talking to entrepreneurs. Like, I feel like maybe because I'm an entrepreneur, so I feel like I'm always like referring to entrepreneurs. But for those of you that are entrepreneurs, I think there's a need to switch up how you do things. Like, maybe as far as like your business goes, maybe you're wanting to expand or something like that, or maybe you need to like master your skills a little more, or you're just trying to find a new way to do things, because maybe the way how you've been doing things is not bringing you the results that you want, or it's like the results, like there could be something frustrating with the results that you've been getting. And oh man, my dang timer, this should be getting on my nerves. But yeah, maybe the way you've been doing things is not bringing you the results you want, or you want to expand, or there's some type of like frustration with what you've been doing, and you feel like you're kind of like hitting a brick wall a little bit, because like maybe we're growing, and then it's like you're kind of in this like limbo phase, or this stagnant phase, and you're just like, what the fuck is going on? Okay, like what is really going on? So Spirit is asking you to look at how you can change some things up. And then we also have, what do you need to release? So maybe there's certain things that you need to release when it comes to your career. Like, and one message I've been getting a lot for the earth signs, and I kind of gave this bit of a message, or a little bit of this message, to the air signs. And I feel like one way to sorry, my timer, it's just getting on my nerves. Why is it doing that? So like I said, one thing I was saying to the air signs, and I think you guys need to hear this too, earth signs, and I think some of you guys may have air in your chart as well, but it could be that you're working so hard. You're working so hard, and it's like you're doing all this stuff, but it's maybe not giving you the results you want, or there's just some type of frustration there. And I think Spirit is wanting you to find ways to work less but gain more, okay? Gain more. So I think, yeah, you need to release working a lot. And then also, I think there's a need to release like maybe anger or fear or doubt surrounding your finances or something like that. Because earth signs, I mean, like I said, I'm a fellow earth sign. We like money, okay? We like money. We like to have money. We like to be secure and things like that. And I feel like sometimes there can be like fears around money, or there can be like doubts or something around money. Even when you have the money, you're still kind of like, oh, I don't know. Oh. But maybe there's some of you guys that are in a little bit of a bind right now as far as your finances go. And I feel like what needs to be released is the fear surrounding money. And maybe it could even stem from, you know, maybe how you grew up, like maybe during your childhood you were poor, or, and I hate saying it like that, like, oh, you were poor. Like, no, when I say it like that, I don't even mean it in like a trying to play you type of way. But yeah, maybe you grew up in a not so well off family, or maybe even your ancestors were not well off, so like the fears around money have trickled down to you, okay? And yeah, there's a need to release fear surrounding money, okay? So also, yeah, I think you just need to figure out what your priorities are as far as your career goes and your finances go, and then maybe stop spending money on things that are not a priority, or, you know, and just maybe get disciplined as far as your finances go. But it could just be release, or like releasing fears, because maybe it's not that you're not disciplined with money. It could just be that you're so disciplined with money that you are afraid to spend it. You're afraid to spend it and invest in yourself, or, you know what I mean? Maybe you've experienced things where people like scammed you when it comes to money, so you just be like, oh nah, I'm not spending nothing. You know what I mean? But at the same time, I do think discipline could be needed for some of you guys, okay? So yeah, I think that's what needs to be released, okay? So we also have conclusions are within reach, full moon, eclipse. So whenever I read about this card, it always talks about how like a door is being slammed in your face. And when I read it, I be like, damn, like a door, you know what I mean? So for some of you guys, as far as this door, it could be like your career or finances, like maybe kind of like how I was talking about, like certain ways of doing things is just not serving you anymore. And it was at one point, like maybe how you were getting money was serving you at one point, and now it's like Spirit is asking you to find another way to do things. That's probably why the nothing is yet set in stone came up, because like now you're being asked to expand, try something else. Like, for example, I'm not trying to make this about me, but I know one way Spirit has been telling me to expand more is like doing more YouTube videos, because, you know, I haven't been as consistent. But Spirit is like, what are you doing? You need to do more with these YouTube videos. Like that's more of a way to derive income and, you know, like bring more people towards you and, you know, stuff like that. So maybe for some of you guys, that could be what it is. You need to get on YouTube. You need to get on YouTube, some of you guys. Like, do more with YouTube, you know? Or maybe like just make some changes like with your job, like, because maybe you got fired, maybe you recently got fired, because this is, well, no, actually no, this is not Capricorn, but for some reason I was thinking about Capricorn. So probably because there was that full moon in Capricorn on back in June. Was it June? I forgot. Yeah, I think it was June. No, it was, I forgot if it was June or July. I forgot. Anyway, but there was a full moon eclipse in Capricorn back in, over the summer, and for one of them, it was in Capricorn. So I do think a lot of you guys are, maybe you got fired from your job, or like you quit your job around that time, or just something along those lines. And I don't know why that came to my mind, but I think Spirit has been asking you to make these certain changes when it comes to your career for a long ass time now. And maybe that's why you felt inspired to quit your job in like June-ish or July or whatever. Or maybe you felt inspired to get more into some type of skill that you have or whatever. And yes, Spirit is asking you to go with the changes. Go with the changes that Spirit has been telling you to do. Because like that job wasn't serving you, or whatever is like slowing down in your life and just not really working for you anymore. That's because of Spirit, okay? That's because Spirit is like, okay, there's something better suited for you. You can maybe continue to do what you've already been doing, like as far as a career, but maybe there's another way that you can do it. Like, for example, if there's some of you guys that are like teachers, let's say you're a teacher or something like that right now, because earth signs tend to be in helping teaching professions. So let's say you're a teacher, you was working at a school or something, and you got fired, or you're like, I quit. Spirit is calling you to be a teacher in a different way, okay? Maybe you can start teaching people how to make hair products. I don't know, teaching people in a different way, okay? So maybe it's something that you're already doing, like you're already naturally gifted at, but Spirit is like, okay, we want you to take your talents elsewhere, okay? You can do it in this manner, like you can do it somewhere else. Wow, I just looked down and saw my birthday on the timer. Okay, Spirit, okay. So yeah, Spirit is wanting you to do what you love to do, but it's probably, you probably need to find another way to do this thing, okay? Whatever it may be, all right? Or like you're just feeling, for some of you guys, you may feel called to switch up your career altogether. Maybe not even stay in the same type of career. Maybe you're just like, you know what? I don't want to do this shit at all anymore. Like, not at all. And you're moving on to something else. Like you're moving on to like something completely different. And Spirit is saying, yes, okay, you can do it. You can do it. So we also have 6 of fire here, and on this card it has the Mars symbol, the Jupiter symbol, and it has the Sagittarius symbol. So if you guys could see the card up close, it's like someone that's leading a crowd of people out of darkness, and it looks like they killed a dragon or demon or something. So I think another thing for you guys that can help with your finances and career is killing certain demons that you have within you. Not saying that you're like demonic or something, but like maybe you just have lots of doubts about yourself and your calling, your career, you know what I mean, about finances, and you have lots of doubts, sometimes like heaviness in your heart and stuff like that. And Spirit is like, no, you need to kill that demon, okay? Kill that demon that makes you feel like you can't change your career, or you can't find new options and ways of doing things. And if you're feeling called to do something, you kind of stop yourself in your tracks because you're like, I don't know, you know what I mean? And Spirit is asking you to kill that noise, okay? And with the Mars, Jupiter, and Sagittarius sign on here, I'm definitely feeling like, yeah, you're being called to follow your passions. So for a lot of you guys that are like, you quit your job or you're wanting to quit your job, it's because it's time to follow your passions. Or like if you end up getting fired, or shit just not moving how it was moving, as far as like maybe you were doing something and it's just not moving how it was moving anymore, and that's because Spirit is, like I said, wanting you to take your talents elsewhere, and just follow what your passions are. Follow what you know you've been feeling called to do. Because we even have Two of Fire here. Two of Fire, and if you could see the card really close, it also has Jupiter and Sagittarius on here, but there's like two lions, like, and a door in between. And I feel like you're being called to be super, super confident, because with you being confident, that's what's going to help you with gaining more money and success. And for some of you, recognition, okay? Recognition. But you have to be really, really confident in yourself, and that's probably why you're being called to kill those demons that are like, oh, you can't do that. What do you think you are? Your following isn't that big. You can't go into business for yourself. Or who do you think you are, like, to just start something and think you're gonna get a job where you're getting paid for something even though you're like just starting, you know what I mean? And you need to step out of that energy. I feel like you need to step out of that energy of like getting down on yourself and your skills, you know what I mean? And then we have Two of Earth here, and it has the, is this Saturn on here? I don't know if this is Saturn, or, because I know it's not Mercury, or maybe it is Saturn. Okay, anywho, with this card, it just indicates that I think the more you balance out your emotions, it'll help with you being confident in yourself. Because I think sometimes like your emotions can be very up and down, and you know, earth signs, we don't like to admit that we're emotional, but your emotions may be like very up and down sometimes. And sometimes with your emotions being so up and down, it makes you, one minute you're confident, you're like, I got this, everything is great. Then next minute you're just like, I don't know if I can do that. It's not perfect enough. I don't have that much skills to do that. I'm an imposter. Like, you know, just crazy shit like that. I feel like you get caught up in that sometimes. And Spirit is really, really wanting you to like probably balance out your emotions. Balance out your emotions so that you stay on the path that Spirit is kind of like pushing you towards. Because like I said, Spirit is calling you to change some things up, and you're like, you want to change these things up, but sometimes you divert back to like, oh well, I mean, I don't know if I can even make these changes, and you know, stuff like that. And don't divert back. Don't go back, okay? Don't go back to where you was at, okay? Keep going and pushing forward with these changes that you've been feeling called to make, okay? Whether it's like changing your career altogether or to expand on what you've already been doing, okay? Especially with this Jupiter, like this Jupiter energy being in this reading, I definitely feel like you're being called to expand on what you've, like for a lot of you, what you've already been doing. And for a lot of you guys, I feel like you're teachers. And I know that's why it came up. But I think a lot of you guys are being called to like teach okay? Like teach in a way, maybe like not in the traditional way, but you're definitely being called to teach or to write. A lot of you guys are being called to teach or write or speak more. Like speak more because you have a lot of great things to say. Yeah, so speaking, teaching, writing or something. Just showing more or sharing your voice more. Okay, maybe even showing your face more because maybe like you don't like to show your face. Okay, so wow, King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles. So yeah, a lot of you guys are being called to follow your passions and to go into business for yourself. And for some of you guys that are already in business for yourself, Spirit is asking you to expand, okay? Maybe you have other talents that you can incorporate into what you're already doing, and it'll help with expanding. It'll help with expanding your business, okay? And yeah. This is just giving me like business owner vibes. A lot of you guys are business owners because King of Taurus is, or King of Taurus, what? King of Pentacles. So, because it has bulls on here, that's why I was thinking Taurus, but, and you know, we're on the earth sign. So, yes, Spirit is definitely calling you to go into business for yourself or like expand on what you've already been doing and find ways to like switch things up and change things up or whatever. And let's see, what else am I getting from here? Yeah, I just feel like it's also someone that's an advisor. Someone that's an advisor in some way. So I think a lot of you guys are being called to teach others. And maybe get on YouTube, maybe a blog or a podcast or something, writing a book, maybe, yeah, just through things you say, I feel like you can teach people, okay? So people are really calling you to, or Spirit is wanting you to teach more. And also with that King of Pentacles card, I think like if you've been worried as far as your finances goes, look into all the skills you have, like every single one of them, okay? Not just one, okay? Look into all the skills you have and all of your interests and see how you can derive an income from that, okay? So I know I was a little all over the place with your reading, but the main message is don't be afraid to switch things up so that you can expand, or just if you're feeling to just start over altogether. Don't be afraid to do that because Spirit is calling you to make some big changes about when it comes to your career, okay? Because that's what's going to bring you the finances that you're looking for, the money you're looking for, okay? So that was your reading, Earth signs. I really hope it resonated with you. If it did, please leave a comment in the comment section. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that notification bell so you're notified every time I drop something new, and hit that thumbs up button as well, okay? Have a great rest of the day, and I will talk to you again soon in one of my other videos. Hello, 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 my beautiful fire signs, okay? And the fire signs are Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius, and this is for Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or Mercury in those signs, okay? So let's go ahead and hop on into your reading about your career and your finances. Okay. So right off the bat, what is standing out to me is Queen of Cups. We got Queen of Cups, and right under it was Six of Swords. Okay. So it's like what I'm really getting from this is like you need to trust your intuition. I think your intuition is like telling you something, like it's because like if you could see the card, she's looking really hard at the cup, okay? She's looking really, really hard. And what I always think about when I see this card and with her looking so hard at the cup, it just makes me think of like, because intuitive people, we see things as a sign. Like we always see things as a sign. So I think you're really paying close attention. You're like, this is a sign. Like this is a sign right here. You know what I mean? So like, pay attention to the signs. If there's something that's telling you to leave something behind, go for it, okay? Go for it. Or like, for some of you guys, it could be changing your job or changing where you live. because I feel like it has a major effect on your career and finances, like your living situation or something like that. Because maybe you're living in a situation where it's like it's always so hectic, or you know, something along those lines, or you don't feel comfortable, or the place is too small, or it's expensive but it's not worth it, or you know, something along those lines. I feel like it's definitely affecting your career and your finances for some of you, though. For some of you, not all of you, but for a lot of you, your living situation is affecting your career and finances because you're not happy with where you're living at or something like that. But for some of you guys, it could be a job. Like you could be currently at a job where you're just not happy with it, and like your intuition has been giving you sign after sign after sign, maybe dream after dream, saying like, hey, look, you should get on out of here. You should go on and get out of here. And yeah, Spirit wants you to take those signs very, very seriously, okay? And for some of you, I'm feeling like, for some of you guys, maybe moving out of state. I'm hearing like moving out of state would be something that's really, really good for your career and your finances, because maybe like you'll have better opportunities in some type of new state or new city or something. But yeah, for some of you guys, I feel like moving somewhere new would be very, very beneficial for you. Okay? But, and I kind of was saying this to, was it the air signs? I forgot. So maybe some of you guys have air in your chart, but I know I was saying something like, maybe you're wondering how you could even make this happen. Maybe you're wondering how you could even make it happen as far as moving and stuff like that, like moving out of state or moving to a better living situation or whatever the case may be. And I think you need to pay attention to your intuition. You probably need to get really, really in tune with your intuition and see what it's saying, because it's like with this Queen of Cups card, she is looking at the cup so hard. Like she's looking at the cup so hard. So it's like, I think, yeah, you need to pay attention to your intuition, or even ask Spirit like, yo, how can I make this happen? Okay, speak through me, or speak to me through, like, you know, the music I'm listening to, or through what I'm watching, or whatever. Like, ask Spirit to give you very, very clear signs, okay, about what you should do next. But I think one of the clear signs Spirit is saying is leave, okay? Leave, 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 leave. Find a way to get out of where you're at now. And if you're already like knowing like you need to leave, ask Spirit to send you the tools to help you as you make this change with moving somewhere new, or with moving to a new job or something. Yeah. My dang timer does not, it just never wants to cooperate. So we also have Four of Cups, and right under it was King of Swords. So I think some decisions need to be made. I definitely think some decisions, sorry, my nose ring, but there's some decisions that definitely need to be made, okay? Because if you look at this Four of Cups card, he's oh wait, no, this is the Four of Cups card. He is not happy. He's not happy. He's annoyed. You know what I mean? And the cup, there's a cup coming out of the sky telling him like, okay, you're not happy, so here you go. We're giving you something new. But we also got King of Swords. So maybe it's like you've been seeing these signs, or maybe the signs have been coming towards you and you've been hearing it, but maybe you've closed yourself off. Maybe you've closed yourself off because you're just like, I mean, but Spirit, what kind of option is this? I don't like this one. I don't like this option. Of course, like, there could be options coming to you where you're just like, this ain't the one. But I do think there's some ideas that Spirit has been kind of giving you, especially because it's like a cup coming out of the sky, and he's sitting here. So I think there's some ideas that Spirit has been giving you, but you've kind of just been like, no, that's not what I should do. You know what I mean? So pay attention to the messages that Spirit is like giving you, okay? And also be decisive. I think being decisive is another thing that needs to happen when it comes to your career and finances, because I feel like you've just been indecisive. Like, you know, you're not happy with your career, and you're not happy with your living situation. You're not happy with how things have been going, but you've been kind of like indecisive. Like, you haven't been making any types of moves. Like, one minute you're just like, oh, well, maybe I could do this. The next minute you're like, oh, well, maybe I could do this. You know what I mean? Or like, I could do this approach, or I could try this approach, or, you know, and Spirit is like telling you, like, listen to me, okay? Just listen to me. But this card can also indicate that a mentor, you may need a mentor to kind of help you and show you the ropes a little bit when it comes to your career and finances, because maybe that can kind of help you with decisions to make. And the mentor doesn't even necessarily have to be like someone that's like, you know, you guys are talking and it's like, oh, we're talking every day, you know what I mean? It could be just you buying their book, okay? Like, maybe they have a book, or maybe they have a little crash course you can take, or, you know what I mean? It could be something like that you may need to do, but I'm just definitely getting mentor vibes. Yeah, definitely getting mentor vibes. Someone that could like kind of show you what to do as far as your career and finances go, okay? Let's see. We also have enslaved prisoner, but it's reversed. The enslaved prisoner, it's reversed. So I feel like, I think what this card is trying to say, since it's reversed, I feel like you're free to move. You're free to do these things, like you're free to do them. Make, like, move and change your job and stuff. But maybe you don't realize it. Maybe you don't realize it because maybe in your mind you're still feeling enslaved. You know what I mean? Maybe in your mind you're still feeling stuck and feeling like, oh, I don't have the resources. I don't have anything that could make me move out or move into entrepreneurship, or, you know what I mean? But I think this card is definitely telling you have all the resources you need in order to create more income for yourself. Or for those of you that aren't like entrepreneurs and you work with a company, I think like there's ways to make more money with the company, but you have to be open to receiving, like, you know, yeah, just receiving good stuff in general. I think you need to be more open to receiving, and you need to be more open to allowing, maybe even allowing people to help you or something like that. But yeah, I think you need to be more open to receiving, or and also realize that you're really not stuck. You're really not stuck, okay? You have options. You really have options, and you're really not stuck. And we have Earth. It's 7 of Earth, but it's also reversed as well. So with it being reversed, I feel like Spirit is kind of telling me that maybe you're not putting your energy in the right places. So it could be, like I was saying with the job, like a job that's just not where you want to work at, but you're putting a lot of time and energy into the job when you could be working on your business, or, you know what I mean? Or like, you know, you want a different job, but you haven't been putting in applications and stuff like that, or you haven't been looking for something new. You've just been kind of just sitting there, you know what I mean? Or maybe there's information out there that could really help you, but you're not even looking for the information. You know what I mean? So I think you need to spend more time and invest more energy on like doing more of what you do want. Okay, whether it's like, you know, you do want your own business or something like that, it's time to start doing more when it comes to your business and spending less time at your job. Okay, or if you don't like your job, you want a different job, it's time to start putting energy into like putting out applications, you know, stuff like that. It's just super important that you put your energy in the right places. Okay, so let's see, we also have, this is 8 of fire, but it's reversed. So with it being reversed and it has the Mars symbol, it just makes me think of what I just said, like not putting your energies in the right place. Okay, not putting your energy in the right place, and it could even be putting your energy more into doubt instead of putting it into like putting in the applications and doing your business and stuff like that. Like you're putting more energy into maybe anger and fear and thinking about everything that's not going right, and Spirit is like, come on back. You know, you need to put more energy into what you want to actually happen. Okay, and we also have luck is on your side. We have luck is on your side, new moon in Sagittarius, and right under it is you are good enough. Okay, so I feel like with this card coming up, the new moon in Sagittarius, and that's funny because, you know, this is the fire sign reading, and we did have another fire card here too. So I feel like, yes, luck is on your side as you know, try to get this new job or try to, you know, start this new business and get it off the ground, but you can't continue to put energy into what is not working or into anger and stuff like that. It's time to start putting in energy into those things that Spirit has been telling you over and over again to do. Okay, because the more whatever you put energy into, it'll grow. Especially with this Jupiter, Sagittarius, which is associated with Jupiter energy in this reading. It's like, yes, Spirit is wanting you to put more energy into what you want to actually grow. Okay, and right under it is the you are good enough card. Like, it's funny that came up because, you know, what I already was saying about the, you know, maybe not believing that you can do what you really want to do, and you've been putting energy more into what you feel like will bring you more income, or like such as like a job that you hate, or, you know, something like that. But you need to put more energy into all the things that you really want to do and that you really want to work out, instead of putting energy into like, oh, I'm not good enough, and because I feel like Spirit has been sending you sign after sign after sign after sign about what you should do, but you're kind of like, I don't know if I can do that. I don't think I can do that because I need money, Spirit. I need money. Where's the money gonna come from, Spirit? I don't know. You know what I mean? And allow Spirit to guide you, because I think there's just many signs that have been coming to you in like via intuition, or maybe certain numbers you keep seeing, or just different messages that kind of keep coming to you, maybe through people, or you see like certain symbols, or you know what I mean? So yes. And then the last card we have here is your commitment is being tested. Your commitment is being tested. Okay, so with that card coming up, it kind of makes me think of what I was literally just saying about Spirit kind of giving you these messages over and over and over about what you should do, but you kind of, even though you know you want to do those things, you kind of just be like, but I need to do this because I need money, or I need to do this because it's the more practical thing to do, or whatever. And it's like, that's showing non-commitment. That's showing non-commitment, and Spirit wants you to be more committed to your path, okay? It wants you to be more committed to your path, because I think a lot of you know what you need to do, whether it's quitting that job or moving to somewhere new, or like, you know, finding a new job that pays more or something like that. But I think you keep kind of like letting doubt get in your way, and that needs to end now. Okay, that needs to end now. All right. But for some of you guys, it could even be that like you're already, like, let's say you're already doing something, you're already on a certain path or whatever, and you're just kind of like, things are just moving slow or whatever. I think that's definitely testing your commitment as well. But it's also building your strength, because you're staying committed even though, you know, things aren't rosy all the time. You know what I mean? So anywho, that was your reading, fire signs, okay? If this reading resonated with you, please leave a comment below. And make sure you subscribe to my channel. Make sure you hit the thumbs up button, and also make sure you hit that notification bell, so every time I drop something new, you get a notification, okay? I hope you have a great rest of the day, and I'll see you again in one of my upcoming videos, okay? Peace.